Right, so once again, yabemo kwa BM at the Abba Sports Link Ghana. So the Ghana Football Association at the update aba Ghana versus Nigeria Unity Cup a to Ghana. Omo the update aba Daban ena Otto Addo name in the squad. Players by ena Otto Addo airfare. Is it going to be the normal players? And I say changes kakra eba ninyina. Mr. Henry Asantuchum at the update aba anything about Unity Cup. Anything about Blasters as far as a Unity Cup and air concerned, no Ghana Football Association spokesperson Mr. Henry Asantuchum at the update number. Mesra yen se brekwa yenko na yenko tie ensensan se enkomo no e wakakra enti yenko na yenko tie ensema hodo a opani no e de tudwa.
The Black Stars nansan bi ne se nkoye ye hwen AFCON qualifiers ne atiato ne ade. How did you do it? Kwa be na mo fa so your last 2 games in the World Cup qualifiers, ni nyina pa. Yes, I said goes more. I can't we.
Well, sometimes the results in Korea, I would doubt it. As a GDA wow mukrano, a tibafum, a sote, and Tianko Afcon a yene near Pinisi, and near Kasakasa Bayano, as leadership or as nipa eda in football no there was a team na supreme inti omo kan de ye omo kan perceived their enye ye fa ne say ni nyina ye oman impuntuo ene pepa a ye nyina ye pese ye football no enya ene bia ye pa ye pese ye football no ejina inti ye fa etie na supreme. Of course, during that moment, there were those who felt there was a Pamo, the entire technical team. There were those who felt we were let down by the head coach, blah blah blah. But and then they decided we have to be consistent for once, at least as far as the technical leadership are concerned. Okay. And one of the decisions was to make changes in the technical team. And on the Namswai, ne Winfrey Schaefer, Ekobaye, and on the Namswai, ne Desmond Ofe, in your promotion as an assistant coach. And then the Namswai, ne Perinfo decided we needed a psychologist because Mone Mantiano Dodonoa Kasa said Yentimian qualify no, it really affected their psyche and their mentality. Perinfo sign decided say a bit shaky video analysis department kakra into also there was a bit of changes in that sector. If we no na it was a mantie no asebi omugina go pamano so esi akan no na was a no edin komo into president a consulaire okwa probo vice president a consulaire head coach, a consulaire, vice chairman of the management committee, so Stephen Appiah, so a consulaire. There was a need for us to sit down and talk, look into each other's eyes, and then find solutions to whatever problem or challenges we found ourselves. In the way they are maintained to they are technical team no debate down executive council no recommendations I won't make here no that was here about a tougher year 2 more sa na more year 2 year no 9 year call into the match window you winning year 2 matches dey asanya be simple penso and gina pen no we believe that it is not the end of the road. We have to concentrate or focus on ourselves and ye dikan e group no about 6 matches. It didn't go back home. But there were 4 more matches to go. These 4 matches will not be easy. Kobo Chad away. Mali home. Central African Republic away. Nafi about Comoros home. Na yede Minina Abanewe. We believe that we have a good chance of making it to the World Cup. But it wouldn't come cheap. We have to fight for the 12 remaining points. We have to sweat for the 12 remaining points. And so for the rest of the matches now, approach in your day seriousness they call into the recent 2 games, our approach in your day or even more, and I did call into the last games. One of the decisions the executive council and the leadership are taking is you utilize May June international window wisely, and until decided we will take part in the upcoming Unity Cup Ebaso or London. You feel the first game, which is against Nigeria, will give us a good test going into the future, because we free war. The only time I ever say any time matches in September, because the season is ending by end of May, and the end of May up to June, and no July, August, September, there are no opportunities. And when you person the twasso assign the test here, then of course the technical team will be in a better position to review, analyze, and then plan for the matches in September.
Anyway, Unity Cup, you see the Mami Misao. I want some to say appearance be a womb criteria being and organizers not a dear selection. Ghana Abipimu.
Well, I think Afro Sport, yes. We organizers, UK-based matchmakers and match agents. Contacting about this vision. First of all, now share countries are important games ahead of them, and definitely I feel so. We in Nigeria to China, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago. So competition bit say AFCON no ewo bia mpatemu wa bosino and when we are decided say okay, there is a rivalry between Ghana and Nigeria which dates back to the 60s, the 70s up until today. Anytime we are a KG again, Trinidad and Tobago so a force and our neighbors in their region. Into contacting the 4 teams through that contact, it's now see any way options available to us, and then eventually the council decided that it will start from the semi-final stage into Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, and the BC Akan I 27th of May. Now for the 28th Noah. Nigeria about the other semi-final game. Now for winners, Asia in the final on the 31st. Now for losers, and also Asia in the 3rd place playoff on the same day. Omar confirmed venue, which is the Brentford Stadium. Maybe Brentford FC. G-Tech Community Stadium. On UBC and 9 in terms of preparation, in terms of once organizers and put 2 games made together all the participating teams going to maybe a internal rounds and then during that period afahuka. And then, of course, we have a percentage to take from gate proceeds on the day. They have to declare, and then we will share the profit.
Then the man FNG2 say sa Unity Cup yi yebekwa akobobi because said you chance here no ya changes for technical team no any idea the positive results about World Cup year that so. And today, Nama F and Najia to who the need say a Kobosa Unity Cup.
Continuous improvement. The Empesa ye be rested. The Empesa ye be disarming your tools. because when you are on a good run, I will try as much as possible set over maintaining our level. No? Comparatively, no, we are slightly different from Chad and the Madagascar matches, no, because there was something special at stake in those two matches, which were the 6 points are secure. You know, we rivalry in any bragging rights not to China. It also gives you the opportunity to plan and to prepare for future competitions. Again, may can say continuous improvement. You know, the ambassador can say technical team no benya quite beam as hopefully new players, hopefully players are omunya opportunity NC can be brave. And then again, may assure say every time they are name your squad, national team, only opportunity to name a wholesome squad or limited number of players are would you go into the matches. But say injury now will be pull out. One year over 25 players, but eventually about 15, only 15 can play. And now 15, 16 will play. And you know, matches we say no more opportunity at the observing players are omunya bit more and now omunya limited time and a limited number of minutes. It works on team building for the future. The team where you could say there are always one or two changes are back up. Over here match we are first game I ball Accra line up I the boy it wiki in a kakra. Our second game my ball Al Husseima Morocco against Madagascar. Even in the course of the game there were tactical variations, technical changes, and what have you. Players who excelled in both matches now, I'm sure they are eager to go again. Minutes boy, you know. I think they will be also hoping to impress again. We will be praying another opportunity. If we thought Nigeria will give us a good game, and then between Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, so they'll be winning on match now. Yes, Nigeria or not to the mind. Another good test as we prepare for the rest of the World Cup qualifiers. Young qualify for AFCON, it would have been another good opportunity to prepare for the AFCON. But young qualify, you know, your main aims is here the most important assignment. Matches at Naya Aka at the World Cup qualifiers.
Henry Asante Chum. Communication director of Ghana Football Association. Any didn't come. Henry, James say, San Unity Cup, saying, when are we expecting? Say, if anybody announce players or more criteria be or more mother blasters in dada, and now or more, person access or more say, and not yet do or more back campaign 177. It's saying a basso da ben rebellion.
Well, player selection there. 100% rest with the technical team.
Okay.
Meaning, say, almost dream how to approach this mini tournament. Definitely, there will be a number of some new faces from conversations me privy to, and then the core of the team will stand because. National team win opportunity training DPI more matches DPI will be changing. I hope things will get better. National team when you time I training 3-4 days now ball. And you know every time I also will maintain or core squad, you know, because of the competitive edge I hope and you can say competition for places I hope will create our team. Nyamia Dumoa and she say and say hopefully BBI Etuja by next week almost wrap up all the various leagues in Europe. Ano ekobase coach ni name squad na ebi wa ha no be free ha na ko join wo ho no Europe no dodo na Europe no nti ebi Italy ebi Serbia ebi Belgium Holland or England that day and no one say who two car about say who foot train about say who foot bus about na just say trip near much shorter. But or Italy or Belgium, France, Abia, Holland, there was a offer China Oba ever joining company. And hopefully, I'm sure by next week, you will appear up and she saying in preparation in na players are more coaches never turns out from no Yadiomudin Atuja. Now I announce it data on be free her. Now fi Yakushia Omo Mwamanano. Now I say a home Bobanasi.
One mention baby a be free, but wow, UK the problem with Belgium. One more with free Kumasi and Nakra. It says a local player Bianca one.
Because Medican got Omoaha, Manchester Casabia, Takwana, the Groana, Bibiani, but Mika said, Hanonam, Megin Sabia, Hadi Obo Sabia, Ghana, Semnamic. And definitely, the Cobasa squad now or best submitted home based players who are almost so ever joining local contingent. And tell him, say, technical team, no, it be so into Yomba joining Omona, Omo, Akushia, Omo, and Woman.
Anyway, you expect local players be a woman, a member of the technical team. Local players need being come out where did near the ebet me afra Akobo sa unity cap.
Because I would say every time, at least in the last 6 call-ups since our Otto Addo, and every time there are 1 or 2 outstanding local players in your opportunity. Me who team no, and Jimmy say Baku me no anamiensa. But me very sure say whilst or wahano now or head matches needed even got a U15 tournament here on board African schools games here ball going and every weekend be our opportunity I share Ghana Premier League, you know, and then his assistants are also here Fatah jumping into almost as a recommendation be our man but that's in Siabute. Me sure say or submitting the squad na bibisa omwa yede betuja.
Hey, you sure there. What can technical team mo beef you up any improvement at Diaba? And come me the sources kakra me rem say yan head coach Otto Addo be 7 months in the Yanchianeka. Though nyamona moye payment in the ministry no. And one something say ya no crazy e do run kasa.
To be very honest, I don't think so. At the forefront to a lot of people are almost any visa issue. I know, sir, or share Jumasino, a Kabiwe. When the previous administration were leading office, I'm handi over. Omba call Honorable Kofi Adams Nasi, the Oma Kochiano. After that, Efinangasa Kochiano. After that, President Ankasa, and then Wakudin Komo. Which me I say there are some areas, but they are minimum say Minister Amaye 100% assurance or yet the obey piano in the manimia where you sakano at the feel.
Monte complaints bia from the team, bia. Achesa Emma, no, still or more award, the zeal, the vims or mobile jumano, air chain say, actually, payments ever cost.
Oh, Minister, any coach Akasa, Minister, Akasa, and if there is any assurance, if the Amino say, I'm a who I'm a shows a minister, in that situation. Why 100% assurance he is committed to ensuring that cannot be a free. Once that assurance has come for the minister, I suppose coaches at the Arishimua honorable minister and the amount and I don't want to believe that it is an ideal situation. It is not. It is not at all. And yenda issue ni sokra president in particular every time bia obenya opportunity ne upon akase bia or kai no director of national teams deputy general secretary so but there have been occasions I mean no on honorable din komo on also so edina no eto sa nsensem num nti almost say a boy the him say a train one I want to scope him say almost to be sarcano a be free.
Therefore, Yane Henry Asante Chum, Communications Director, Emma Ghana Football Association, and he didn't come live on a comma 87.9 FM. Henry, and Che Bia and under 20 Afcon ye, a chance, you're going into the tournament. Now, Vim no was so. It's Desmond, the Juma, Wires Black Stars assistant. Any team you know, Kitem Afcon, they are not yet him so. Walk up, no cry, Yajibida, but nine saying, walk up, Yentimin Kobe. Here, cash after 10 years, you bet me. What happened? Egypt. Omukra say no hosting ya ye be ankomo nsa danka wo. Omutie ye free me. What happened?
Well, I mean, from us, yeah, they are a separate peer between they are my team, you know, in terms of preparation. From camping in Accra, playing matches in Accra and other parts of Ghana. Obeja, the Romu Kwaman on it twice. Echo Ball international tournament. Just because we felt they needed an exposure at that level. Coach, you know, loads of players, opportunity. Emma Omo buy until you made me a final squad for the tournament. Tournament, the first objective playing in that tournament, they say 2021 you qualify for World Cup at COVID in TN to me young corner. Not 23, 22 young 23 young co in Tianka. This year dear and I was say you qualify. Indeed, our main objective was to make it to the World Cup, number one. And then once we enter the medal zone, we will fight for the trophy. I think they started well with the first game. DR Congo boy, ball draw.
Or draw, yeah. Then
the second game, Senegal, we need 1-0. After that win, we qualified for the next stage of the tournament because the best third place team, so a bit to me, are qualified. But and so on, if we have to do it, then it must be done well.
Nice.
In the Central African Republic, we went into that game with the same competitive edge because now you finish group stage, on a high. Then we won 1-0 and you did pay group, and you make it to the second round. In Egypt, Ekobono, it's tricky because host nation, naturally, the fans will back them. Again, sending how can in a tournament in the class, when you are going into games with less fancy sides, it is always tricky. Into mentally, physically, preparation wise. Now you decided that I was say you go all out. Now you didn't kunim. Send Yabea TV, one of our two main objectives, which is a World Cup slot. It started, unfortunately, we gave away 2 goals, but we were able to fight back.
Yeah.
Even at some point with 10 men, we were able to fight back. Game enter into extra time. You hold it on Kopim say a call penalty shootout. The good penalty shootout Sebi, the best players in the world. It to me, only a penalty expert. Cry to me Lusu, and I to me Messi. Until Obobo now pese be drew but try as much as possible. So we need game in regulation time and now when you have the opportunity in extra time. I mean, say your training sessions before game against Egypt, team no year the baby at the training ground. Only a penalty training, penalty kicks training. Throughout, copying that a ball. But unfortunately, one of our kickers missed. To me and progress here, Egypt. And now it goes through or they make it to the semis. Had really very, very hurting. So when you go through all the processes, the journey, the investment, the commitment, and everything, you share into the team. They worry. You say, "Anya she cry. You between qualify for World Cup. Ekoban sano na obia aboto." But it is what it is. The BC we can only dwell on the positives and then move on from there. Players here, BGD is a showcase. They have a future ahead of them. And we will continue to keep them and move them step by step. At least within the next 2 years, they will still be eligible for the U23. Until we will fight at that end and see say we qualify for the next Olympics. Omo impressive technical team of the Black Stars while they are playing for their clubs and so. The GD is Otto Addo and no monitor omo feels omo ready no or but for now it is very unfortunate. I'm picking one of the 4 slots for Chile 2025. But we just have to move on from there.
All right, so and seminar and when you be would say, Mr. Henry Santichum, a communications director at the Ghana Football Association to what the next seminar go at the MI. So by next week, Canadian, you heard Otto Addo, a in squad no, na local players are. Ombenya Northern Eremu na ombe travel from Ghana akakopiem or London na jumadi no etimi ahyase and hopefully you heard Ghana you